You're tuning in to howtoplaystock.com. My name is Casey. Today is January 29th. It's Monday at 12:09 p.m. And in today's video, we're going to pick some stocks and just look at price action throughout the week. In today's video, I'm going to start off with Aurora Cannabis, ticker symbol ACBFF. And I want to show you something real quick and show you just a little strategy that you can use here if you've got indicators set up on the charts, like what I have down here. So I've got an MACD indicator, and you might notice that the blue line is crossing under, so it looks like it's heading down in price. We got a little bit of sell volume at the moment, and this little blue square, I don't know if you can see that on my chart, this little blue square here, that's where I entered a trade with real money, and I got in around $10.89. Okay, so this morning at opening bell, the price actually opened a lot higher than what I expected, around $11.09, and then it pulled back a little bit. And at the current moment, we're at $10.52. So I decided to get in on this trade because if you look at the upward channel, we've got a higher peak, and then a lower trough, and then we've got a higher peak and a higher trough. So that indicates an upward channel there, as you can see from my cursor where the lines are drawn. I've got the first support at around $9.79. I've got a second support at $7.77. And if you look at this little line right here, that's where I suspect the price action to go at minimum. So it might pull back a little bit more to about $10.31, and then I'm looking for a bounce upwards as the price heads higher. There's a lot of fundamental or fundamental analysis, like articles, news on Aurora Cannabis that is coming out that's very positive as far as growth, moving into the future here for the year 2018. So I suspect the price action on Aurora is going to be much higher just within the next couple months. Okay. Now, one thing I want to show you again is with indicators. Not all the time are these indicators going to be correct. Okay, so they can fool you. They can throw a juke in there on you, and you can get in thinking that this price might go down, and then it shoots upwards. I'll show you a couple other things you can add to charts that will override what you're looking at on indicators. Okay, so keep watching here. I'm going to remove the indicators and then put some other stuff on the charts that overrides these indicators so that you can see where the actual trend is going on this specific stock. Okay, so what I did is I removed all indicators that were on the chart for Aurora, and I went ahead and added moving averages. Okay, so I've got a 50-day moving average, which is in the blue. So this blue line right here indicates the 50-day moving average. I've got a 200-day moving average in the red down here where my cursor is, and then I've got a 14-day moving average in the bright green, as you can see right here. Now, what you can do to indicate and show where the trend is actually heading is look at all three of these lines, and where, if you look at that, where are all three of these lines pointing? They're pointing upwards. So we got upwards action. This is on the daily chart. Now if we go to the weekly chart, I can confirm it on the weekly chart, because look at the weekly chart, you get the same thing. So your moving averages are pointing upwards, which indicates we're still in a very strong uptrend as far as price action, and that's where I plan on seeing the price of this stock go, is nothing but upwards for the at least the next month or two. So that's on the weekly and on the daily, and that's a good way if you're looking at indicators. It's a good way for, if you're confused at all, if you're looking at indicators and the indicators are pointing down but your price is heading up, or vice versa. Just get rid of your indicators and then go with moving averages and look at your moving averages. Because if these moving averages, let's say the green was down here and we had a bunch of nonsense going on through here with the blue, green, and red lines, and they were all crossing over each other and stuff like that, I wouldn't want to get in on this trade because it would signal that we don't really know where the price is going to go. But if you're looking at this, I mean, obviously it's heading up still. This green line right here, which is the 14-day moving average, could drop a little bit, come down to right here at this bottom where I drew out this line, and then I believe it's still going to head back up. Um, so that's ACBFF. I'm looking at a target price right now of about first level of resistance at $12.46 roughly. And if it breaks past that, then the sky's the limit. I mean, we don't have any resistance up here, so we could easily hit $15, $16. So we're at the moment we're just tracking price action. I'm not telling anybody to get in on this trade or anything like that because trading is risky. All right, you got to know things about money management, entries and exits. There's all sorts of stuff that you need to pay attention to when you're trading. So, you know, just remember that because past performance doesn't necessarily indicate future returns, okay, or future performance. But that's ACBFF. We'll go to WSR real quick. WSR, last week I was looking for a higher peak and then a higher trough, and as you can see, I was wrong on that because it just continued to fall off a cliff, and we've had multiple lower peaks. Okay, so I don't right now at this point in time, WSR would be a stock that I'm probably going to throw out of the list just because it's not, you know, it's still heading down. And if you look at the moving averages here, what are you seeing? You're seeing the green and the blue and the red. They're all crossing over each other now, and it's a mess. So until we get a reversal going on WSR, I'm throwing that one off the list. So we'll go to INSY. I'll replace WSR here later, but for now we'll just stick with some of these other stocks. So we got ACBFFs taken care of, WSR. Let's go to WDDMF. I said sell next week. It was heading higher, and right now we're at 215. Last week we were at 219, 224. Um, I would probably still, just looking at the daily chart, let's go back to the weekly here, because I'm looking at moving averages now. I still stand by that because we got weekly support right here on the daily chart. The price has pulled back a little bit, but I believe it's going to do something similar to what we're seeing with ACBFF or Aurora. So it's going to kind of take a bounce here and then head higher. Um, Obviously, if you look at it, we got a higher channel going. If I draw a line there, we got an upward channel. Okay, so and it could tighten and consolidate like I was saying last week, all the way up here as we head into higher prices. But just looking at the moving averages again, what are you seeing? You got the green, the 14-day, and then the 50-day are both pointing up. So the trend is up. So we'll just watch it through the week and see where the price goes on that. INSY, we're looking for a higher trough around 896. Looks like we had a bounce up in the price today, so we'll watch this one and see what it does. It may head higher, but given the volume right now, we had some sell orders down here, and we're starting to get the moving averages, crisscrossing each other and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's going to go higher, honestly. I would suspect this thing's going to continue dropping, for maybe a few days here. And if we look at the weekly chart, you got the 14-day and the 14-day and the 50-day are starting to point kind of sideways or maybe even start heading down a little bit. You got your 200-day, which is pointing kind of in a sideways range as well. So it very easily could head lower, or it could turn around here over the next couple days and head higher. But just based off weekly support down here, I would say that we're still heading higher. Okay, so we'll watch the price on that. I don't know if we'll hit that higher higher trough 896, just based off of the moving averages, I would say yes. But then again, you never know. So we'll go ahead and continue watching that one for that higher trough. Let's see here, grow. Grow is at 378 right now. I was looking for an equal trough around 368. So right now, there's our first level of support at 368. It hasn't broken that support level yet. Um, so at the current moment, I would say this one, I'm still standing by that statement from last week. So I'm still standing by, looking at an entry on an equal trough. And I'm just gonna wait and see if it breaks that first level of support. Because if it does, we're dropping lower. So at the current moment, I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying anything about grow other than just watch it and see if it forms an equal trough or breaks this first level of support. That's all I have on stock picks for today. You're tuning in to howtoplaystock.com. Stay tuned because I'll wrap up these stock calls here at the end of the week, and I'll probably shoot another video here like tomorrow or the next day, and we'll cover some other topics within investing. Okay, so if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Till next time, guys. Remember, income is the outcome. Okay, I'll talk to you later.